A series of arson attacks in Paris have targeted France's high-speed rail network, causing major travel disruption just hours before the Olympic opening ceremony. Authorities say rail lines, including those passing through Montparnasse in Paris, have been severely affected. International rail lines have also suffered cancellations and delays, including services between France and Germany. Almost 800,000 people are said to be affected. Repairs are underway, but officials say restrictions could last throughout the weekend. The Olympic Games are set to make history, with the open ceremony taking place outdoors instead of inside a stadium. And for more on this developing story, I'm joined now by our correspondents Lisa Lewis in Paris and Rosie Burchard in Brussels. Lisa, let's start with you. What more do we know about this incident so far?
Well, we understand that the authorities are looking into what happened last night. The section that is in charge of organised crime at the Paris prosecutor's office has now been charged with the case, and they have opened inquiries for damage to property in an organised group, with the intent to jeopardise the interests of the nation. These charges can be punished with, up to 20 years in prison and fines of up to 300,000 euros. The Interior Minister, Gabriel Attal, just spoke with the French media, saying that this was an organised attack and highly professional because they knew where to hit to block large parts of the train system here in France.
And not only in France, Rosie, this incident has also disrupted international travel. You're at a train station in Brussels where the Eurostar and other international trains to France are departing. How's the situation there?
Yeah, well, passengers hoping to speed their way toward Paris from here in Brussels today are being left disappointed because what networks here are calling coordinated acts of vandalism in France are impacting international passengers. Now, the good news for those travellers is that most trains are departing, but they are operating with a delay. So delays of up to 2 hours when it comes to departure. And then the journey time itself is being extended because those high-speed rail routes are having to be diverted to more classic lines. Now, this is not only confined to passengers departing from here in Belgium. There have also been disruptions on routes from Germany and also from the United Kingdom. Now, of course, it's important to say this is a busy route here from Brussels to Paris on any day. It's a route for commuters, for business people. But now, of course, passengers hoping to get a spot to watch that key opening ceremony at the Olympics. And with the fact that trains are still running, at least to some extent, many will still be hoping to get there for those historic moments. It's also, I should say, the departure point for athletes. This train station is decorated with signs saying, "Go Belgium." There were many hopes for Belgians, at least, that this would be the departure point, not only to France, but for a medal. So far, pretty slow start.
And Lisa, security is a huge concern going into this mega event. Tonight is the opening ceremony. What measures are in place to keep the games safe?
Well, there are a lot of security measures in place. We just heard also that the authorities extended the security perimeter around the Seine as a reaction to these arson and sabotage acts of last night. And we know that about 45,000 security personnel will be deployed tonight during the opening ceremony. Everybody here is on edge. Obviously, they're looking in the water, in the Seine. They're looking on land. They've been checking all the buildings that are right next to the Seine. They're also checking the air because this is supposed to be a breathtaking ceremony that's supposed to take place tonight, with artists, with singers, with light shows, people walking through the air, people walking on water, and showcasing really the rich history of Paris in its, the cultural and architectural history here of the French capital.
Lisa Lewis in Paris and Rosie Burchard in Brussels. Many thanks to you both.